Think I just got gendered as a guy at the Wawa?
Every single time, like clockwork, every time I make a video about being transgender, transphobes have themselves a regular hissy fit in my comments trying to figure out whether or not I am a man or a woman. Half of the comments on that video are like, well, obviously you got gendered as a guy, you have a facial hair, that means you're a boy, you were always a boy, you will never be a girl. The others are like, you don't pass as a man, you'll never be a man. So first of all, congratulations on giving me gender euphoria, because as somebody who's non-binary in the specific flavor that I don't want people to know if I'm a guy or a girl, chef's kiss. But second of all, and more importantly, if transphobes are so insistent that everyone is very obviously either a man or a woman, that there is absolutely no in-between or other options, then which am I? Pick quickly.
It's a man, baby!
I thought she was a man. She is rather mannish. If that is a woman, it does look like she was beaten with an ugly stick.
All right, just so we're on the same page with they, them. Now, if we misgender them, we are a phobe. However, that person feels some sort of euphoria by confusing us as to what gender they are. Sounds like a very rational and sound thought process to me. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Now, I just want to give you all a huge shout out for coming back video after video, knowing that you'll probably catch brain aids, lose some mental clarity, drop a few IQ points. Yet here you are day after day, standing in support and solidarity with me on the front lines of this crazy culture war. So truly, thank you all so much. I am extremely grateful to be on this crazy journey with all of you. Let's just dive right into this now. This picture on the screen here is a doctor who is a school board trustee at a school in Ottawa, Canada, who is advocating for the masking of kids in schools. She wants to put the obedience face diaper on the kids back in schools. Again, I thought we were past all that, but apparently not. Now, just to give you some context to this picture, this is a Zoom call where she is in a room all by herself on a Zoom call with the on her face. That tells you everything you need to know about this woman.
No offense, but you are a stupid asshole.
I hope the people in Ottawa, Canada say no, absolutely not. We're done playing those silly little games. Those things aren't going on our faces again. But we'll see how it plays out. Anyway, if you haven't been convinced yet by these videos that you need to homeschool your children, I'm fairly certain after today's video, you will be absolutely 100% convinced. The comment says, I teach and say boys and girls. After all, that's what we are, boys and girls. We are going so crazy with this whole thing. And here is this teacher's response. Roll the film, please.
Here we have another veteran teacher who's insisting on the use of boys and girls in the classroom. Why is it so necessary to constantly remind kids of the gender binary with norms that we as a society literally made up? It's the same thing as saying, okay, talls and shorts, okay, blondes and brunettes. Not only does it divide the blondes from the brunettes, but it also leaves out the redheads. Statistically, redheads are pretty rare, but they exist. Biologically, socially, emotionally. Even if you don't like redheads or you've never met a redhead, dividing boys and girls constantly creates a disparity between the two and leaves out intersex children, non-binary children, and transgender children. It is disrespectful, it is hateful, and it invalidates another human's personhood.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And just like that, the little children are smarter than the liberals. Anyway, oh my God. Oh, it's unbelievable. All right, so this one, look at this. This is another teacher. It's got the little pins. One of them says they, them, and the other one says MX, which instead of Mr. or Miss, they want to be called the Mix MX. This one was captioned with, what would you do if you walked into your child's classroom and saw this? Roll the film.
I am starting year 6 of teaching today. Super excited.
Oh, hell no! Run! Run!
Yeah, if you're a parent and you see this as the teacher, run as fast as you can and get as far away as you can. Now, just to be clear, this isn't a teacher at clown school. This is a teacher at a real school. But then again, I mean, can we even tell the difference anymore? Let's keep it moving. All right, next up. Now, I know I've said this many, many times here on this channel, but it's worth repeating. Now, I have lost faith in all institutions. Clearly, the education system is, that's crystal clear. And also medical institutions. After what we saw over the past 2 or 3 years with Fauci sauce, well, here's another reason why. Apparently this is an OBGYN, so this is a real doctor as well. The comment says, "You lost me at birthing person. We are mothers." It would seem to be that way. Roll the film, please.
Y'all are exhausting. You are exhausting. I am a mother. You are a mother. We like to be called mothers, but not all people who have vaginas and uteruses identify as women, and that's okay. Using language that includes everyone is like a hug. What is wrong with your brain? I should get into musical theater.
Are you off your f***ing meds or something?
Jeez. Oh, what is happening? Yes, that was a real doctor, an OBGYN. Now, similar talking points here with this woman who is a doula. And a doula is a woman who gives guidance and support to pregnant women in labor. Well, apparently not just pregnant women in labor. So this is a doula. The comment says, "Birthing person, you mean woman. That's so birthing person, question mark, you mean woman. That's extremely offensive." Okay, roll the film.
It's extremely offensive that I include non-binary and trans men in my discussion about birth. You're on the wrong page. My goal is to be inclusive and non-judgmental because that's what I'm supposed to do as a doula. That's my job. And so when I'm giving birth tips, I'm going to include all of the people who give birth. If I was your doula and you identified as a woman and a mother, then I would call you a woman as a mother. But on TikTok, I'm talking to the general population of all people who give birth. My goal is to lower the maternal mortality rate in the United States. And maybe that should be your goal too. And non-binary and trans men are extremely vulnerable to adverse birth outcomes. So if you truly cared about people and the lives of birthers, then you would care about them also having access to birth support. Rant over.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anyway.
All the same talking points. These people that say, oh, it's not women, it's not mothers, it's birthing people. They all use that same buzzword, inclusive. We want to be inclusive. That's going to be the downfall of society. We're watching it happen is this whole diversity, equity, and inclusion thing. We're watching it happen. Another thing these people all have in common besides their buzzwords and talking points, we always say it, the eyes. It's always the eyes.
The eyes, Chico. They never lied.
Now remember, guys, the eyes are the window to the soul. So when you look into the eyes of these soulless lunatics, you can pretty much get an idea of what their intentions are. Anyway, this next clip it's sad. This is a parent. Now, we all know that children need to be led. They need to be guided. They need to be taught. They're children. Well, clearly this person doesn't believe any of that's true. Now, I have one clip after this that has nothing to do with any of this. It is hilarious. I'm just trying to end it on a lighter note. I think I'm going to try to start doing that to ease up on the brain aids. But, so trust me, you're not going to want to miss that. Before we go any further, I got to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is being brought to us by Jesse Sterling. Jesse, thank you, sir, so much for the generosity, kind words, and support. Truly appreciated. Thank you. Now, if you would like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. The comment says, homie has a point. Your kids should pick. You're going to force them to eat certain things just because you like to eat it? Wisen up parenting skills. I don't understand any of that, but let's roll the film.
I know you know nothing about genderless parenting, but that's literally the whole point, is they get to pick. That's why we use all pronouns instead of just neutral pronouns, so they can experience all pronouns and how it makes them feel, so that when they get to the age, like around 3, they can tell me what they prefer. I have a 4-year-old. I have done this with more than just one child. He is fine. They're not going to get bullied because they'll know before they go to school. That's literally the whole point, is they get to pick. And it's not really like a pick because it's who they are. Not a choice or a decision, it's who they are. That's literally the whole point. The whole point.
It would be so awesome. It would be so cool.
That's not funny, you sick.
Yeah, you read that correctly. That person who identified as trans said that they talked to their 4-year-old child about gender, low-key hoping that their 4-year-old child turns out to be trans just like them. I mean, what do you do at that point? I feel like all hope is lost for that poor kid. Anyway, we're going to be wrapping it up on this one, guys. Like I said, this has nothing to do with any of this stuff. It's just a funny video to lighten the mood. I think I'm going to start adding these videos in at the end to lighten the mood. I read your guys' comments, and some of you say, Mike, I've watched half the video. I can't take any more. I'm going to have to come back later and watch the rest. Trust me, I feel your pain. I completely understand. So maybe if I start adding these in, it'll lighten the blow a little bit. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Smash that thumbs up button if you did. Like that comment section up. You know I read all the comments. Also, once again, Jesse Sterling, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Once again, sir, thank you. Greatly appreciate it. The comment says, man builds fence to keep his dog in. Then this happens. All right, guys, things are clearly getting crazy out there. So please, please, please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, I love you guys. Peace. Roll the film, please.
Yep, just completed fixing this fence. Pretty proud of it, I'd have to say. Try to keep selling the art. Damn it.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. True international effort to pressure. True international effort to pressure. And you ain't black.